and Carry Like and Kuroki support Dazzle. I'm Odie Pixel, and he's joined here by Draskell. And as we always open with this, with the question, Andy, who are you prefer in this game?
I like Empire a lot this game.
Yeah.
I think their lineup can fight non-stop. They have decent tower killing ability because they have Sven. Like any team with a Sven is always going to be able to kill buildings. And there's no rush for them to end the game. You know, I like the lineup that can play it out like early, mid, late. There's no real weak point for them. Now they might not have like as strong timings, but I always like lineups where at any stage you always have a chance. And I think the Empire kind of have that draft, whereas Liquid, they are kind of mid-game oriented, and Clockwork does have a tendency to fall off real hard if you don't have a successful early game. So I think that Liquid, and if they could perform like they did in Game 1, then I think they could actually do it, but still like an Empire's draft.
Begins.
Here we go, Bounty Ruins. Dazzle actually going to have to take this one to make sure that Funnick doesn't grab a hold of it, as he was looking to try and steal it. Resolution did manage to grab his one down the bottom, so that should be what the early salve just being traded out, indeed. So, yeah. So we saw this matchup before in the first game. Obviously, the heroes in the alternate hands. It was Fata OD and Resolution DP straight away. So yeah, I'm coming to get you. But they're actually going to do a hell of a lot more to No Fear than he just did to them. So off you go, Spirit Breaker. But yeah, this matchup should be fairly even, Death Prophet OD, like we saw in Game 1.
I think DP might have a tiny advantage. I mean, the Spirit Siphon is pretty good skill. The other thing too is we talked about the ability to push. OD doesn't really have it, whereas the DP can push out the wave. The only difference is the OD will be able to gank, or get ganked, whereas the Death Prophet will have a much harder time, because they have a Dazzle. The only thing that they have that can roam really before 6 is a Tusk. And Mind Control is not going to be 6 for a little bit.
Mind Control, worth noting, back in, I think it was like in FPL, Clockwork is definitely one of the heroes that a lot of people are scared of him playing, and I feel like we haven't seen that much Mind Control Clock actually being picked for him by Liquid, at least recently. In the games that we've casted, we haven't seen any Mind Control Clock over the last few days. So it's nice to see him back on it, and as I said, I've got to be honest, I think this is one of the heroes he's definitely more comfortable on, and I think we should see him doing good mid lane. Resolution getting absolutely destroyed here with the Crypt Swarm. That could be a kill. No, the Fairy Fire, the salve, just keeping Resolution alive. But we are really seeing that even though the CS is fairly even, the kill potential of this Death Prophet is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, especially with the Howl. That was the reason why Resolution got that low in the first place. That Spirit Siphon, man. He's even opting to level it over getting the Crypt Swarm itself, so he can just make the more effective trade. Instead of caring about pushing the wave, he knows he'll probably get the rune anyway, because his team can just secure it for him. Or actually, in this case, I guess Jerax and Aloha Dance are going to be meeting at the rune instead. And Funnick just casually dying to some neutrals there. Going back to base.
Well, it looks like he was pretty much out gold anyway. Oh, Jerax! Whoop!
Almost.
Getting chased down and nuked down by the Spirit Breaker and the Oracle. How's the farm looking on our two cores? Pretty good for both. 12 for 1 on Vorst, 13 for 3 on the Timberman. Charges there onto Mind Control. They'll pop down the cogs. They're fully charged. Fortune's End will hold him in place. They'll get the Battery Assault off here, but it looks like they'll still go down. The nuke damage too strong there from Oracle. And Aloha looking to start to give us another performance on this hero that's going to make the hero look pretty strong.
It's just going to show the difference in ganking capability that Empire have. Like, all their lanes are just easier to gank for. Top, you have a Bat, you get a couple of Napalm stacks and a charge, that could be a kill. Middle lane, you have Imprisonment, that can be a kill, 4 seconds of just not being able to move. Bottom lane, you got Sven. Like, there's just so many ways that they can actually cause action in the early game.
Vorst, yeah, he's got to run it. Bob's the war cry, getting fairly low there for the Battery Assault harassment from Mind Control on his clock.
I guess Mind Control is still getting a lot of EXP out of this lane. That's one thing you can look to and be happy about if you're Liquid. He's level 4 already.
Getting
he's
more
even
than
the Bat.
Yeah. That's for sure. No for this game. He's been involved in the 1 kill, but still just level 2 yet to really find an opening to go ahead first into anything else. I guess it's looking at the heroes. It is quite a hard game for the Spirit Breaker to find as much action as he did in game 1.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, but at the same time, you're not really particularly scared of any hero either. Like, the Tusk doesn't really do any damage to threaten you. Like, Vata's not 6, so there's no real need to worry about Exorcism.
Oh, funny!
This really depends.
It's just a level 1 poison touch, so it looks like he'll be okay. Kuroki unable to really chase over the fire for that one.
Oh, we can get those skeletons. Get in there. Alright, he's not gonna do it. Oh, middle lane? Oh, the Tusk is too far. Man, Spirit Siphon. What a skill.
This game, I mean, it's all going to be about what this Lycan can do. And I mean, you were saying in the draft that you're a little bit unsure about Matuma Man's choice to be on the Lycan this game.
Well, the main thing about Lycan is if you're going to be using him to just straight up push, then it doesn't really matter what cores he's playing against. But just as a rule of thumb, you want to be able to man fight as Lycan because he does a ton of damage. He's strength melee. He wants to be in the fight against Sven. Against Spirit Breaker, Bat, and OD, they have a multitude of ways to deal with him, and there's not much that Liquid can do to save him outside of a hook and Funnick.
Yep, they're going in with the snowball. With the ultimate to man, the Ice Shards, perfect trap, and that's going to be a kill. Liquid getting themselves a kill on the board. Nice rotation from Jerax, and as he came in, did get that ward down as well, so it's going to make it easier for future ganks like that he will try and attempt on the Batrider.
And that was a really nice rotation from Liquid, finally getting something done there. But as we were talking about the Lycan, I just think that there's actually so many ways they can stop him from just sitting on the target that he wants and killing it. I just think the Empire had more versatility in their draft. Like, the early game is still pretty strong too. The laning phase itself, like, Resolution is losing mid fairly hard, and I think that's just due to the fact that there had been heroes like sitting mid. But the other thing too is DP eventually just gets the spam that he can't really deal with. So maybe looking to try to kill that DP at some point.
Well, looking to try and kill whoever comes into the mid lane here. Loyal with the Invis Ring to set this up. Parta, if he comes too far across, they may just go for it, but he is playing safe and he does have Jerax hiding in the wings. So it looks like Aloha won't be able to find anything with this Invis Ring for the time being. As Funnick may be looking to head into the jungle now, leaving the top lane and looking to start to clear out some of these stacks. And, well, no fair. Maybe a little bit early there with that stack. Oh, he's not even going to stack it again here. It's just a few seconds off, maybe being able to get it. Oh, it looks like the Bat might get it anyway. Yes, he does. He's got it. So we'll get that stack going. Mid lane, Resolution being saved by the charge from No Fear. Aloha. Can he get himself out of this one? He's trying with the heals. It's not going to work. So they do lose the Oracle. But the Oracle and the Spirit Breaker teaming up there to make sure that Resolution doesn't get taken down.
That was like a reverse bait, because he banished the Death Prophet, and he's like, oh yeah, I'll just take the CS. And then, as soon as he comes out of the imprisonment, there's a shard coming from like fog that traps him, and he just gets owned. Very unfortunate. Aloha Dance tanking the game for the team.
And they'll use the Exorcism here to go for a tier 1 push. Resolution.
Middle tower is under
Can he
attack.
try and fight into this one? It's going to be a bit risky, and well, they go. They're going to go. They're going to go in on to the Death Prophet here. They do still have a Sanity's Eclipse, and Resolution, he's going to use it. The Shallow Grave comes out, though, from Kuroki. The charge across will be there, but the Snowball Blast Fight, it cancels the charge. Vata's going to be okay. Jerax, can he get himself out of this? Doesn't look like he can. Fortune's End flies through. Oracle takes the kill. But again, it is just the Tusk support. They do manage to save the Death Prophet there, thanks to Kuroki's Shallow Grave coming out just in time.
Yeah, nicely done. Very, very well timed. Could have been a lot worse for them. But Empire, they get a kill. They're not going to be able to really make anything of it. And in that time, Timberman's just bopping some creeps in this top lane. It seems to be not necessarily a super slow early game, but not many kills happening either way. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that Liquid's lanes are more defensively postured. Like, they have Dazzle, they have Clockwork. Tusk is like the only real hero with the kill potential on their team. And now with level 6, I would expect Mind Control to start making some plays here. They have a smoke. Gonna pop it here.
Yeah, absolutely bang on. Straight up as soon as the Thix comes out, they're looking to go for someone in mid lane. Is their target. Resolution could be in trouble if he hits the hook Mind Control, and he does. Straight in onto the OD. He'll banish himself. The Liquid will be sure to quickly banish him as he comes out, and there we have it. Resolution getting taken down in the mid lane. Great use there of the hook shot as soon as it comes online.
And a very, very nice rotation. And even without the use of Exorcism, they might still be able to get this tower.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna get this. The glyph is already used, so shouldn't be a big problem.
And they might get top as well. I mean, look at the Timmermans, which looks like they get 2 tier 1s out of this bit of action. So, nice bit of cash swing here for Liquid. Mid lane, they'll get that one. Party gets the touch, and top lane with Timmerman as well. So, more gold here swinging the way of Liquid.
Just waiting for the first like real key items to come out on either team to really start to kick things off in terms of team fights. Because honestly, like, neither of these teams have an item that's just like, oh, now we can fight, you know? Like Sven, he kind of wants a Dominator in the SNY. The OD, if he wants to go for like treads into Force or treads into Atos, he can do that. But it's kind of just whenever the teams think that they're strongest.
Oh.
And I think that...
Oracle.
Oh, he did.
He's got the spells. Nice. Yeah, that big ball means you're fucked. Yeah.
When it turns orange, you got problems.
Pretty much. It's, yeah. 4-2.
Well, he
Liquid.
tried.
He did. And this is, I mean, Mind Controller, literally the hookshot had only just come off cooldown. And, you know, I was saying about his clock performance, he just plays it very aggressively and perfectly. Every time that hookshot's off, back online, you can expect to see him in position looking to make a jump on someone. He's very, very active across the map.
Yeah. That's why I actually like to see him on these types of heroes. Because it feels like he's very good on the heroes that have like a timing they need to hit, and then he just always happens to be there. But on heroes like Nyx, for example, he still lands the good stuns and whatnot, but I feel like he tries to get too much out of his lane and doesn't really have like as clear of a sense of when he should be fighting. But it's very easy to just see, oh, my hookshot's up, let's go.
And this,
you know, that's a...
The last couple of minutes have been really good for Liquid. 3 tier 1s, couple of pickoffs,
Roshan.
And they get Roshan. So, I mean, we'll check the graph in a minute, but that's got to be a net worth swing. And yeah, it is starting to swing away by a few thousand because of that last sequence of events. So Liquid are certainly getting the objectives, but at the same time, side of Empire, they are getting the farm. But just not quite as much as Liquid this game. Liquid certainly having the edge at this point.
Tower is under attack.
I think it'll probably stay that way for a while. It's going to be difficult to justify fighting into Aegis without having like any BKBs or anything like that. Like the Sven is going to need at least one more item in his progression before he feels safe going in here. And No Fear is not even 6, so they didn't even have Nether Strike if they wanted to try to contest any of these fights. On the bright side, Funix is very close to Blink. And when Blink is up, they could go for a quick pick on somebody while they're pushing. Maybe try to stop Liquid from getting any more towers. Because they've lost all their tier 1s at this point, but defending the tier 2s is really where you can like stop a team like Liquid from getting any more momentum. Like 1 or 2 fights going your way, and Liquid kind of are in big trouble. But they are going to pop the ulti here on DP.
Yeah, and again, another objective here taken down by the side of Liquid. They'll get the tier 2. We'll see if they try and move in for more with this duration of exorcism. Mind Control does have a hook shot. They want to try and jump up to the high ground, and it looks like they might be ready to do so. We're seeing 13 minutes in. I mean, this is where kind of the Lycan pick really comes to work with this lineup, because you're able to do this push 13 minutes in onto the tier 3. But Timmerman is getting low, but he's got the Aegis. It's almost certainly going to get popped here, and it does.
They can lasso him. Oh, he blinked backwards. Okay.
Yeah, and good cogs as well. Yeah, making sure that none of that shenanigans was going to happen, and Liquid do get themselves out, but I think they'll be happy with that. Taking a tier 2, half of the tower down on tier 3. Liquid, again, playing this game very, very smartly.
Yeah, it was okay. I think it's really, really hard to go high ground right now, for sure, especially against a bat. And when he gets Force Staff, it's going to become even more difficult, so I think the Empire are going to be looking to defend their tier 2s and tier 3s. Like, showcasing that they can get the Lycan down that easily with the Aegis up and the rest of the team standing behind them. It just means that when that fight actually does break out, it shouldn't be too hard for Empire to get a decent engagement going for themselves.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, Empire, as you said, we just haven't really seen the opportunity for them to jump in full force. And OD working on that Rod of Atos. He's got the bit booster. And already Jerax and Kuroki pinging out onto this area of Vorst, actually being warned by No Fear, who's making the pings. Potter with an invis rune. Dual Scepter done as well. Mind Control hiding in the tree line. He's got that hook shot. Could be looking to make a jump. Looks like Empire will just play this safely. But this may mean that Liquid, again, might just group up, and they've got the full 5 man. They'll probably just look to take another tier 2 here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's still a bit rough. It's a lot harder to lasso on a tier 2 than it is a tier 3 without force staff. Because a tier 3, there's like the high ground where you can pull people back, and it's really hard for Liquid to rush in and try to save somebody. But at tier 2, the space is wide open, so you don't really have much of a retreat path, and you could easily get caught out by like a hook or something. So they, like you said, they are going to get to tier 2, no real contention. And Resolution needs to get the hell out of here.
Oh, not like that. Not like that. He will turn around and give it the big bomb onto Jerax. And now with the false promise, he's going to go full OD on them. He's going to go full OD on the boys. And there we have it. Double kill for the man. He still burns out in the false promise. They didn't get enough heals through onto him. So it ends up a 2-for-2 trade. And I think Liquid will be alright with this, because now they can pad down the lane if they want to. Now they're going to play it safe. So they do make the best of a bad situation there, because OD was about to go ham, and he certainly started to, but they were able to kill him and shut him down.
Yeah, Aloha Dance played that so well too. He put on the Fate's Edict, and then I think he also just like used the heal and like a spell at the same time. I don't know, it was crazy, but he kept OD alive long enough to actually be able to get kills, which normally that is just a net loss. Like the OD just dies, typically the other hero just runs away. But once again, Oracle showcasing his power in this game, and making them pop the exorcism. It doesn't seem like a huge deal, but any little bit helps when you're just trying to buy time, because once that Sven gets his core items, it's going to become a lot more difficult for the Lycan to really do a lot in teamfights. It gives them the potential to actually kill the Death Prophet during the ultimate. There's just a lot more potential coming in like the next 10-15 minutes for Empire.
And it is going to be the let's end the game build here from Matsuma Man. Level 3 Necro book has been completed by Lycan.
It's time for the push.
Let's have it. Resolution
Or
is waltzing
maybe...
in. Oh, is he going to go for Matumba Man? He wants to try for this, but there's a fair few heroes here. And he does not have a BKB.
Yeah, but Aloha Dance is dying. He is dead.
He is very dead. He's that.
Or maybe not, actually.
Nah, the regen won't save him, I don't think. Oh, it does.
Nice.
Oh, it was enough. It was enough. Here comes back up here from the side of Liquid. Hookshotting in onto her board, but he gets the Stormhammer out. He's trying his best, but he just doesn't have the damage at this point. He also finally kills onto the OD. Jerax will TP back to base. Barter beginning to chase him with the Yule set up. They might be able to find themselves a third. They close the gap onto Funnick. There's the slow from the Spirit Siphon. A third kill here for the side of Liquid.
What time is it?
And they do find everything that they were looking for.
That was a disaster. They try to go on a hero that is very difficult to kill. I don't know why like they even tried to go for that kill in the first place. The Lycan is super fast, so even if you get a full channel off on the Fortune's End, it's still going to be so far away that you're going to have to run after him, and by the time you get there, you're just going to keep running. So like going for the kill in the first place was too much.
And here we have it. They've got Exorcism, they don't have Fortification Empire. So they're going to just waltz in, there'll be a Nether Strike onto Barter. In fact, there's a fair bit of nuke damage. Barter's got to be careful. Has got a yours, but he can't get it off. He gets bursted down. Empire doing it here with the defense. They jump in onto Kuroki. He will grave himself. Matumba Man and Mind Control continuing to run. Kuroki will fall. Can they chase anything else here? They get the vision with the charge. No Fear looking to chase the gap. Gets the charge on the Matumba Man, who does get the ult off. Blade Mail on Mind Control. He's actually starting to turn, but Mind Control looks like he's just buying space here to allow the retreat from the Lycan. He will go down. Funnick will be able to TP back to the base. The wall's unable to finish him off, and Matumba Man does get out. But a very, very messy fight there for the side of Liquid. And they don't find the racks. Empire able to defend.
They got real overzealous with that push. They were like, oh yeah, we have a really good timing because our ulti on Death Prophet just came up as we were pushing down that lane, like taking that team fight. So the timing seemed really good, but then Fata like stands right next to the barracks and hugs it instead of just standing in the back and making it a bit easier for his team to save him. So bit of a misplay there from Liquid. They still get the tier 3 though. I think that's fine. They can walk up to the base and hopefully get some more damage on it with another Exorcism, but in that time, Funnick might be able to farm up his Force Staff. And once that item comes out, Bat's like fully online. That's the core that you need to really be able to pull people out of position and maybe stop Liquid's push.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I mean, this is obviously a very important game for both teams, and you just can't afford to make mistakes like that at this point. You've got to be a little bit more reserved.
Well, they equalize their mistakes, you know.
I guess this game has been both teams have had points where it's been like that didn't work out as planned.
The Empire messed up real bad the first time on the engage in the Lycan, and then Liquid messed up by being really out of position on the push and not just having the BP sit back and hit the buildings. But wow, how does Kuro have a solar crest, by the way? That's pretty insane. I guess they do have like what, 6 towers right now because they killed the tier 3 bottom 2.
Yeah,
so 1 tier 1.
Well, they're taking 5 towers.
Or 1 tier 2, excuse me.
Also, no, tier 3. Sorry, yeah, you're right. Yeah, bang on.
Yeah, it's 6. They got the range racks too. So
here's smoke time. Funnick, can he get a jump? If he can get a jump.
They can see the Death Prophet, but it's really hard with that Force Staff.
He's going to try for it. There we go, jumps in. There's going to be a response from Liquid. This is going to be a full clash. Reinforcer across. They're going to go for this. The Snowball coming out. Force gets the Stormhammer. Starts to go to work. The Savages eclipse. They're melting. Liquid have got a run here. They're falling low. They've already lost the touch. Sparta being shallow graved up, trying to keep himself alive with the Spirit Siphon. The Exorcism is out. But the damage here from the side of Empire looks to be too much. But Force, no! The Exorcism is doing it. They've lost 2. The Fortune Echo is but it's a double kill for the Death Prophet. Double kill for Matumba Man. The Exorcism just ripping through the skin of Empire, destroying their insides. And her Force just didn't have the brute strength to fight through it. He didn't have the armor. Crushing the bones of the Radiant. The Dire down, just pound down the mid lane. And Funnick, the only one left alive here. Needs to be careful. Matumba Man. That was a pretty horrendous fight, and I've got to say, Death Prophet.
Dire's bottom tower.
I mean, the combination of having the Solar Crest on him at the same time, like he got Gray's Solar Crest because Kuro died really early, so he just wanted to get all his spells off. And then, like, Sven just sits there beating on him, and he gets 2 Spirit Siphons off, one on one person, one on another, cyclones himself, heals for like 40% of his life, and then comes back down, and the Sven's already dead. I don't know, man. That was insane. That hero seems a little bit. That seems a little bit OS rock to me. That's all I'm saying.
Oh boy, and he's nearly got an Octarine. In fact, he has got an Octarine. Pardon me.
Yep. It's incredibly good on this hero.
Oh yeah.
That fight looks so good too because
it did.
Even though the snowball
like
save came out
for the start.
Yeah, they snowballed Fata, but as soon as they came out, they got like a 4-man Sanity's Eclipse cast on them. And I'm like, okay, that has to be like game winning, right? And then just kidding, Spooky Ghost Lady is too strong.
It really was.
Things considered,
it really was.
They're in a very good position.
Yeah, Matumba Man after that fight until the Necrees, just building the AC.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Getting that base breaking build online. And Liquid, I mean, they're ready to try and go again. I think Mind Control's got a hook shot. He can find it. They can go. Fada's got the Exorcism, literally just come back off cooldown. So Exorcism is available. Not quite level 16, it maybe would be nicer if he can find that, but I don't think it'll be too fussy. We've already seen how much the level 2 ult can do. And it's actually going to be Empire looking to fight. No, Nofa's going to cancel, and a smart cancel as well. Doesn't want to be charging into Matumba Man there, especially with Liquid being in the sidelines in the jungle.
That SP is so freaking poor. Dear God, look at his items.
No, he's bottom of the board at the moment. He had a really good game earlier, but this game has just been quite the opposite. And here we go. They'll start it off. Exorcism's out. The ball's being shot by the shards. He's got the false promise buying him some time, but he's burning. He's burning. He's going to explode. He gets the stun onto Fada, but look at this Doctrine Core doing damage. They just can't kill him. They literally can't kill him. Sven's gone down. No fail to charge away. They'll buy back here on a force. But I think at this point, how do you kill this hero? Look, there's a Sven hitting him, but it looks like the Sven's just giving him health. Here, have my sword, have some health points.
I don't know what you're supposed to do, actually. Oh, they're kind of overextending a bit.
Okay, and now's the time to bat. Your OP mode's worn out. They do kill Oracle. The silence is down to a force. Blade Mail on line. Oh, the cogs strapping up three of them. And Sanity's Eclipse does blow up. Okay, this could be the fight. This could be the fight. They found three. Barter. Oh! There we go, gets it, Warcry, not quite enough to save him for the right click. He finishes off the OD as well. Double kill for Kuroki, who will look to ward this one off on 1 HP.
Jeez.
The 1 HP Wonder Boy.
Well, Fata didn't even lose his Aegis. He was actually just standing there the entire time, because the Sanity's Eclipse came out. He got mana burn, he's like, yeah, whatever, I'll just ghost punch people, I guess. He actually just killed like 2 people with an auto attack and 1 Crypt Swarm. This game has gotten a little bit out of hand, real quick. Because that's the second time that Sven's bought back, right? I think he bought back when they were pushing bottom. And then he bought back when they were pushing just there, right? I don't know, man, that sucks real bad. Like, he has the same items he had last game at like 15 minutes. And he has like less overall money. And it's 10 minutes later into the game. That is real bad news.
Smoke time. Exorcism's back online. Let's just go.
He's got a plate mail too.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be even more tanky. He doesn't even care about the smoke. He's like, yeah, this doesn't matter. I'm just gonna come out.
No Vorce has been caught out. Vorce.
That's no buyback.
I mean, we haven't had many situations where 4's been relevant, but I think that might be one. He's dead for 70 seconds, and he has no buyback. He has no buyback. This could be crucial.
Yeah. That Clockwork Tusk ended up being really good against the Sven this game.
Here we go. He raises his hands. Out come the ghosts. Sparta with the push. Let's see if they've got an answer. The silence on 2. Resolution has to back off, but the funny blink in. He gets the lasso off onto the Death Prophet. Drags him behind the tier 4s right back to the base here. Maybe this is the counter to the Death Prophet. You just put her in your fountain. She'll use herself up. The Octarine still continues to heal. Fortune's Head is there. The Snowball comes close. The Siphon healing up Sparta. He's fine. He's just waltzing around like a madman. Bolt's promise keeping no free alive, but he might still explode here. Tries to get back to the fountain, will just survive. They'll look for the tier 4s. Matumba Man pushing, Kuroki backing up, Jerax, the full 5 mana there from Liquid. Resolution's been silenced, the hook shot will miss, the needle is threaded. They'll continue the push, they'll just go for the tier 4s, go for objectives, looking for a jump in. Funnick goes back, there's a snowball deep right into the fountain. Jerax blinks out just in time though, creating space for Liquid to just focus on the tier 4s. The 2 tier 4s are down, the silence on Funnick, the Fortune's End will be sent out to Matumba Man and Fata, holding the back, the Sanity's Eclipse, the right click from Resolution. Here's the comeback maybe. They find one. Can they cancel this? No, they can't. Fata will TP out. Funnick getting the chase down to Kuroki. Blinks onto Mind Control. The Flame Break cancelling the TP. Mind Control getting bot back, but he can still run. Kuroki's going to be the sacrificial lamb, getting bursted down, nuked down there by Aloha. So they do hold in some shape or form. The Ancient is starting to get attacked by the creeps. They lost the mid lane. They lost the tier 4s. They do still have this top lane remaining, but this game is becoming harder and harder for Empire.
I think in the future DP will just be banned, honestly. That I haven't like played much of it myself, but the Spirit Siphon just seems so broken. Like, you can cast it on multiple heroes at once, which is what makes it like super strong. Because during that team fight, he gets dragged behind their throne, and he gets 2 Spirit Siphons off at the same time. And then he's just draining, like, a ridiculous amount of health to the point where he was at, I think, like 10-15%, gets 1 Dazzle Heal and 2 of those spells, and he's back at like 80% life. Like, how's that okay? How is that okay? What is actually happening in this game? Well, Empire, they're gonna try to do something with it, but their base is pretty much empty.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
It's not looking in good shape, and resolution on the hook shot will miss, but the Walrus Punch is set up. He's going to have the backup of his team, but the silence coming through. Exorcism from Farted. Can they kill him? They get off the flaming lasso onto him, but it doesn't matter. He's just destroying Funnick. Funnick goes down. There's a Storm Hammer from a Force onto 2, but he has to blink himself out. There's Shallow Grave keeping Mind Control alive. They'll find themselves a second kill here, Liquid. And again, Empire, I think at this point, they just don't seem to be, they just can't kill the Death Prophet. And this is the hero that's wrecking your base alongside Matumba Man. And I think it's just a matter of time before Liquid take this game.
Yeah, the team fights just didn't go favorably for Empire this game. Every time they tried to hard commit onto Fata, like the middle fight the first time when the Solar Crest had just been finished on Kuro, that made the big difference in keeping him alive, getting Spirit Siphons off, keeping himself in fighting shape with the Exorcism on. By that time, they already lost the Spend pretty much. And then they pretty much had the same thing happen. Every single fight, they try to kill the Death Prophet and they can't kill her. And then if you hard commit to that hero and she doesn't die, with the ulti going, you're just dead. It seems like that was pretty much the game. Can't kill Fata? Lose team fight.
It really seems that. It really does. Empire needing something spectacular at this point. The difference, it's coming up to 20,000 net worth lead for Liquid. Liquid looking very strong this game. And just the difference between the individual heroes' net worth compared to, the Radiant compared to the Dire. Absolutely massive at this point, 30 minutes in. Yeah. Liquid are certainly doing it this game.
This seems to be the... we've had a lot of close games. This seems to be like one of the hardest games the team has had.
Jumping in, divorced. He's got the false promise from a low heart. That's there to chase down. Fada moving in, Blade Mail from No Fear, will stop it, but the horse actually goes back in, looking to try and get Fada, but the Shallow Grave is there. He'll use himself up, he has got the Exorcism, and as soon as he gets that out, he'll start to get the heals. Can he get it out though? There's the heals from Kuroki, desperately trying to keep Fada alive, and it's enough. Bart's going to be fine, he's going to be okay, he's still alive here, 3 dead on the side of Empire, make that pause, Funnick falls, and only Resolution surviving on the OT, but he's being chased down by the Necro units. The Rocket Flare from Mind Control to rub salt into the wounds. Liquid have done it. 2-1, they take the series, and they will be moving forward to the next game today to play against Team Spirit to fight for that first position in the majors in the EU qualifiers. What a performance from Liquid.
Yeah, they looked really good today. I would say that the Spirit Liquid game is going to be really, really sick. Unfortunately, I can't actually stick around for that one because I got other obligations, but
masturbation isn't an obligation, Andy.
Yo, I can't even do that anymore. My arm is like destroyed. I got like the Popeye syndrome. It's just not great. But yeah, the games today were really good. I enjoyed them thoroughly.
They were some good stuff.
So tomorrow is the last day, right? Or is it 2 days?
Tomorrow we have got 2 series tomorrow. You're going to be joining for me those, aren't they? You'll be around for those?
Yeah. I just can't stay for the last one today because the first one lasted so freaking long. It was like, what, 75-minute game, 60-minute game, 50-minute game, or something like that?
It was a 67-minute game, I think. Yes, it was quite a long one. It was indeed. Well, Andy, thank you very much for joining me today.